today in Taipei City, Taiwan. We're here at Vin's Gallery. We've been here a few times. We're here for the opening of the show Legacy by French artist Cesar Piette. Nice to meet you, Cesar. And we've seen a lot of the work online on Instagram, and we work with the gallery a lot, so we always want to see the shows. So Cesar, you were telling me about these are paintings, but tell me the process.
So I'm doing painting based on 3D rendering, which means before painting I usually model my scene and objects and characters before on 3D software.
Okay.
So I build my shapes, do my compositions, sculpt any elements that I want to appear in the painting.
Okay.
Then I add my lighting, scene, and colors and materials, and then I do a kind of snapshot renderings, and then I use this to paint with my airbrush painting and reproduce the picture.
Okay. Because they're so clear, it's almost like a...
Yeah, but I want to get this ambiguity between painting, between rendering, between photography, so that's why I'm trying to I want to maintain the kind of confusion for the viewer when they are experiencing my painting.
Okay. Well, I think you've achieved it because I had no idea. I did see them online. We're here at the opening, so it is very loud in here. But I did see them online, and I wasn't sure what they are. So you're using, what paint are you using?
This is acrylic painting, airbrush painting. So,
airbrush.
This is little gun where you put the paint, and this is a spray, like a spray can, but it's more thin. It's more precise and thin than the big spray can.
Spray bottle, right? Well, I just can't get over how crisp and clear it is, especially this monkey over here.
Because the pieces of wood I'm using are really sleek, so there are absolutely no relief on it. So it gives a really clear, as the spray is really thin also, it's like layers on layers, but it's really thin layers of paint on top of each other to try to merge them, but there's no asperities in not like a canvas where you can see the textures of
so it's very smooth.
Yes.
And so something like this where you see the light is going here, you're really having to study where the light will be hitting.
Yeah, but after it's just like when you paint from a photograph reference, for instance, a lot of painters are using photographs to paint as a reference. So, so after it's not really different in the process, it's just that the tools are maybe not so common.
Right. So you can use something exactly, or you can change a light source if you like.
Usually when I modify, it's more with the computer process. I like to change and modify. That's the ability with the computer, because you can make a green metallic stuff, but you can instantly having something blue or dark or whatever. So this is really the advantage of the computer, is that you can have a preview of what you're gonna get. And I like also think about my PCs as like a conversion, like when you convert a JPEG to a PDF, it's digital from digital, but there I like to convert like from digital to physical, because at the end it's still a physical object with, not a lot of mistakes, but anyway there are some shifts, just like when you convert a PSD to a JPEG, there is a compression or some artifacts are happening, and sometimes it's not completely controlled, but I like to think about it, trying to go from the digital to a physical conversion.
Well, it's so interesting, and I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but even things like this, it looks like you're saying the metallic green, but it's layer, different color, and you've got even a little turquoise here, and I can see where the light is bouncing off. So it's very interesting. I'm glad that we got you to explain it. Now we've just arrived, and it is his opening. We're going to see more of his work and have a quick chat with him when we finish. Let's go see more of his paintings. Michael, and I'm back. We've seen the show. It's so fascinating, and I'm glad that I did come because I'm glad that you were able to explain the different pieces to us and all of the work that goes into it. Now, we did talk about how long this whole show took to put together.
Okay, so the opening is from today to June 13th.
Okay, so if people want to come before June 13th, you can come to see it. It's quite interesting. And how do you describe your work?
To me, this is really this question about how you can do new painting but not forgetting the tradition and centuries of painting. Pieces like this one are just really heritage of still life paintings, like still life from Holland painting.
Right.
Even from Cézanne or Chardin paintings, it's full of references to those food depicting vessels and antiques and lemons, knives and everything. So it's just a way to make something new with all
kind of
things.
update it.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to have the mix of like a ancient bust and then a more cartoonish seafood or something. So it's like a modern landscape or a modern...
Yeah, contemporary maybe.
Yes.
Contemporary to, yes, I really wanted to relate this period that we are in with all the booming of technology,
right.
improvement in simulation with softwares, AI generated pictures,
right.
and stuff like that. Because I think it's really important, like if you want to be maybe a relevant artist, is to always ask yourself this question, like does this painting could have been produced before or after, or it
right.
just fits right now in this moment?
For this time, yeah. Well, they're very interesting. Wonderful to meet you, Cesar. Welcome to Taiwan. Enjoy your time here. And again, the show is Legacy by Cesar Piette. And if you get a chance to see it, Vin's Gallery always has wonderful shows. And I will see you on the next episode.